Hey guys, welcome back to Map Mastery. This time I'm going to be doing Revenge, but just before I get into it, I want to thank everyone that subscribed to the channel. I've just reached 100 subscribers, so it's kind of nice that I've got a consistent audience that I can get my videos out to now, so thanks everyone for that. But anyway, let's get right into the video. So back in this corner of the map, there's a powder keg that spawns here next to the wall, and if you chuck it up on top of the wall right at the end here, you can use it to jump up onto this bit of ruins, like so. And then from here, not only can you get up to the ruins themselves, which you can't do otherwise, but you can also come across these snowy ridges all the way to the very end of the map. I'll show you where it takes you. So you can get right up to here, and then from there you have like some kind of okay sight lines back this way if you want to snipe and be cheeky or something like that. But anyway, that's where you can get to. So what a lot of people will do to get up onto this roof is take this plank and just jump up like this, but there's another slightly faster way, which is to just run up this piece and then crouch jump onto the roof itself. From this platform you can also do a crouch jump over this stone wall. It's a little bit tricky to make, but if you do get a good crouch jump you should make it, like so. And of course you can also go back the other way, which is just easier. Besides getting up onto the roof from this side, you can also get up from the far side if you just jump onto this wall and then use these pegs. And similarly you can jump over from that roof. So I've turned on clip brushes to show you. There is a little clip here at the end of this roof that shouldn't exist but does, but you can stand right out on this thing. So just bear in mind when you're jumping around this area that there's a little bit of extra platform here that makes it easier to make this jump or whatever. And besides using the stone wall to get over to the platform, you can also use it to get up onto the roof another way, again using the pegs. Regarding this plank, if you just run into it at an angle like this, you can see you get stuck against the stone wall. I don't know why this happens, the collision detection's bad on this one, but if you just make sure you run up straight and then turn off of it, then you'll be fine. Also from this middle area you can do a crouch jump back over this stone wall as well to get into this area. If you land in this little alcove here, you won't actually land, but rather you'll get stuck surfing between these two slopes. And so you can see I'm at 1% accuracy, I'm not on the ground, and I'm kind of sliding back and forth. From here you can get right up onto the roof by jumping onto this wooden peg, which isn't bled properly, and then coming up onto the roof itself. And at the back of this roof, if you crouch, you can fall into this little hole here, which is a neat little kind of chest high bit of cover that you can use to snipe out at people over the golden chest. From here you can jump up onto this crate and then the barrel, and then you can crouch jump straight up onto the roof itself. I think most people know this one, but I figured I'd point it out anyway. Now this should be obvious, but I don't really see people doing it very much, but you can quite easily get up onto both of these buildings, either by using the pegs for this one, or by just jumping, not even crouch jumping, onto this awning, and then you can get to the bridge. From the bridge itself you can do some pretty good slope hops using this large ramp here to get into those two tunnels, or just be fancy. Just like with the other building, you can just jump up onto this door frame and get up onto this roof very easily. On this roof there's a lot of awkward geometry that makes you have to kind of jump over it and lose speed to get around, but there is a way to get across all of this without jumping at all, by running through here and then over the snow piles, and then you can fall onto this awning. From this part of the ruins you can jump up onto this broken wall and then crouch jump up onto here, or even directly to the wood itself. And then from here you can get up onto the roof using this, or if you want to use a bit more cover, you can jump around onto here where there's an invisible platform and then crouch jump up on top. And this is a bit of an awkward crouch jump to make, but you can do it. And similarly, just from here you can fall down onto this, you can fall down onto this bit of window, and then from here you have neck high cover that you can crouch and hide behind. With the metal racks in this map, there's one here and there should be one over here somewhere. There it is. If you kick someone into this, then it'll kill them straight away. In this little alleyway you can jump up onto the barrel, and then to the door frame, and then up to the rooftops. As far as I know, there's 3 ways besides belt jumping to get up onto the gold chest platform. One is obviously to go up the stairs, but then you can also, if the stairs are covered or something, you can jump up from the barrels to, maybe not actually the pegs now that I think about it, but you can definitely go to the door frame anyway and come up this way. And also you can come up from this wall where you just jump over the different parts of it and then come up, and you can get up to that wall from that stack of crates as well if you're on the ground, like that. Just as a little add-on to that last part, if you come up with this handrail, you can jump up onto another invisible platform here, and then get up onto this wall straight away. This back part of the map, you can come around behind the jail and then crouch jump right up onto this back platform. And from this snowy piece here, it's a bit of a tricky jump, but you can do a crouch jump over to this pig. And then from there you can get up onto this part of the roof. And similarly, you can come over to these pegs and use them as a bit of chest high cover as you crouch and hide around here. If you like to take weapons from this red chest, I recommend leaving these crates intact if you can, because they do provide some natural cover as people come in here. So if someone runs through this way, they're probably not going to see you if you're standing just about here on the chest and taking it. Now this is a really tricky one, probably one of the hardest jumps in the game, but what you can do from these window frames is you can jump up onto this sloped piece here on the roof, and then you can surf climb that to go over the top. And so I'll have a crack at that now, and then I'll cut to when I make it. Well, I made the jump. That took a huge amount of tries, maybe like 80 or something like that. But with a bit of practice, maybe you'll be able to get good at this one. It's definitely something that you need to know how to surf climb ahead of time for. And my 3 tips are: make sure you get the whole way back on this window frame so that you got a good run up. Make sure your crouch jump is perfect, and then make sure you're timing your entry right and that you're not turning into fire. Because most of the times I failed this jump, I was just turning into this slope a little bit too harshly and not making it. But if you look at my if you look at the clip where I made it, then you'll be able to see just how much you need to turn in to get it. So good luck for this one. There's another surf climb down here by the forest where you go up this wall here, and I'm sure you can do it on these ones as well, but there's not really much point since this one's the first one you come to anyway. But this is a much easier surf climb, and I'll have a couple cracks at this and then cut to when I make it. There we go, second try, nice and easy. So this is probably the best one to practice your surf climbs with. I don't think I've done a video on it yet, but just make sure that you're going almost parallel to it and then just barely turning in as you crouch jump up, and then you'll be able to build up the height to get up here. This one's a bit obvious, but I might as well show you guys. You can jump up onto this snowy ridge, and then onto this, to the crate, another snowy ridge, and onto the tower. Now it must not occur to people to come around here, or maybe it's not obvious. I think it kind of is, but you can come around this back ridge here and walk the whole way around this building without going down. And you can also get back up to there by jumping on this lip on that crate, up onto the main crates, and then up to the snowy ridge. And there's one more surf climb down here, which is a little bit more pointless, but you can climb up these thin planks to get up onto that bit of wooden wall. And this one's also kind of easy but kind of tricky just because it's such a short surf ramp. But yeah, I'll have a couple cracks at this and then cut to when I make it. And there you go. So this one here is also pretty good for practicing your surf climbs, I reckon. It's harder than the one over there, but it's a good one to go to next after you manage to make that one, unless you play Versus a lot, in which case it's a really good one on the Navy Arena on Versus Desert, which you can practice with. Just for a slight variation on the jump I showed you earlier, you can jump up onto this windowsill and then up to this peg instead if you prefer. Well, that wraps it up for Revenge. I'm pretty sure I got all of the interesting ones, but if there's anything that I missed out that should be in the video, let me know in the comments. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and have a good one.